On February 11th, 2013, millions of Americans were simply watching TV. A normal day, a normal broadcast. Then, the silence. A sudden jarring tone that everyone instinctively recognized. This was the emergency alert system, the network designed to save lives, to deliver critical information directly from the government. But what happened next was anything but critical. The familiar EAS tone transitioned into a robotic, synthesized voice that declared, "Civil authorities in your area have reported that the bodies of the dead are rising from their graves and attacking the living." This was the zombie apocalypse alert. And for a terrifying few minutes, people truly believed it. This is the story of a perfect storm, a national safety network, a digital security flaw, and one of the most bizarre hoaxes in American broadcast history. Our story begins in Great Falls, Montana. The affiliate KRTV was the first to fall. It was late afternoon, but the attack was not isolated. Within hours, the exact same message, sometimes audio, sometimes just text, interrupted programming in Michigan, New Mexico, and other isolated pockets across the country. This was a sophisticated, coordinated digital strike on the EAS system. The public reaction was one of panic, confusion, and phone calls jamming 911 lines. Authorities had to issue urgent, rapid-fire denials. No, there was no apocalypse. No, the dead were not marching. It was a hack. But the chilling truth is that the vulnerability exploited by these pranksters was so simple, so painfully obvious, that it revealed a catastrophic failure at the heart of America's national defense communication. To understand the hack, we must first understand the system. The Emergency Alert System, successor to the Cold War era EBS, is decentralized. It relies on thousands of local TV and radio stations to relay official alerts. At the core of each station system is a small, dedicated piece of hardware, the EAS encoder/decoder box. They are essentially computers designed to receive, decode, and transmit the alert signal. The hackers did not need to break encryption. They did not need to penetrate FEMA's central network. Their method was far more humiliating. The culprit? A security sin so fundamental, it's taught on the first day of cybersecurity, 101. They left the factory passwords in place. Many of the compromised stations had failed to change the default usernames and passwords on their EAS equipment. Some of these credentials were even publicly available on the internet, printed in user manuals. The hackers simply scanned the public internet for vulnerable EAS systems, logged in remotely, and uploaded a pre-recorded audio file, the now infamous zombie message, into the system's queue. They weaponized laziness and exposed a gaping hole in national security. This wasn't a sophisticated group of government hackers. This was likely a prank, but one that demonstrated how much damage a low-level attack could cause. The moment the hoax was confirmed, the FCC, Federal Communications Commission, and FEMA, Federal Emergency Management Agency, mobilized. They were not amused. The FCC immediately issued an urgent advisory. The mandate was clear. Change all default passwords, disconnect EAS equipment from the public internet, or place it securely behind firewalls. They also began heavy enforcement, threatening large fines for any station that did not comply. The hunt for the hackers was on, but due to the simple nature of the attack, which used basic, unpatched vulnerabilities, the mystery of the actual pranksters persists to this day. The incident was a critical wake-up call, but was it enough? Just 5 years later, another alert, far more serious, would be broadcast due to a different type of failure. On January 13th, 2018, the EAS system failed again, this time in Hawaii. The threat wasn't fictional. The message, ballistic missile threat inbound to Hawaii. Seek immediate shelter. This is not a drill. This wasn't a hack. This was a human error. An employee at the Hawaii Emergency Management Agency accidentally selected the test missile alert template instead of the internal test template and failed to retract the state of panic for 38 agonizing minutes. The panic of 2013, caused by a digital failure, a password, was mirrored and surpassed by the terror of 2018, caused by a human failure. Both events underscore the fundamental fragility of alert systems that rely on both technology and the human factor. The 2013 zombie alert incident will always be remembered as one of the great digital pranks. But its legacy is serious. It was a clear digital warning about the state of our essential security infrastructure. Systems are only as strong as their weakest component. In 2013, it was a default password. The real lesson of the zombie hack isn't about the undead. It's about preparedness, diligence, and the terrifying realization that a small, simple mistake can have a nationally broadcast, high-impact result. The next time your screen is interrupted, the tone sounds and the message begins to scroll. Will you trust it?